My name's Angie Hannant. I've brought my horse here today. He's called Roo. He's a 15-3 Irish sports horse. I've had Roo for 8 months and he's been a great horse to start back with riding club and British Showjumping. I'm just starting again with British Showjumping after a big break. When I was in my teens I competed at various events, Showjumping, and I enjoyed that so much. After a break with family, I wanted to get back into it again. It gives me a good bit away from family time for me and my horse. Coming back into the arena is so different to sort of 20 years ago and more, but it's nice to get back with some training. Mia's excellent, she's a good teacher, and I've come a long way in just a few lessons with her. For after Christmas I'm aiming to do British Novice, hopefully get my double clears to qualify for the next rounds, and the Dodson and Horrell 85cm Amateur Championships would be something nice to qualify for. I competed in the riding club earlier on this year, but soon wanted to step up to British Showjumping again because I feel that is where it challenges me, it challenges my horse, and it gets me feeling like I'm doing more than just local shows. The 85cm Dodson and Horrell Championships would be lovely to qualify for, and also the British Novice to get the double clears would be amazing. Having the championships to qualify and focus on does make me really push myself that bit harder to do better. In my lessons with Mia over the past few months, we've been focusing on rhythm, canter. Getting a good canter is really what helps you get over the fence. It's not the fence itself, it's the canter stride to get to it. And if you've got the canter, you can do the fence. And that's what we've been working on. So it'll help me get my double clears, and that's what I'm aiming to do this coming season. Today I'm hoping to establish my canter, establish my rhythm, my straightness, and keeping the horse concentrated and focused on me. I have found the British Showjumping to be much more friendly than I thought it would be coming back into it. I initially thought I'd have to be doing everything perfectly on my first time at a show, but I've found it to be friendly, people are supportive and they do help you. Coming back into it is very enjoyable. It's not too stressful. It's just a nice thing to do for an older person if they want to get back into it.
I've been working with Angie and Roo since she's had the horse. She was riding as a younger person, doing quite a little bit, and she's had a big break through having children. She's got this horse again and been working at riding club level, and through the riding club initiative she, from me as well, has been encouraged to join British Showjumping, and in the period of time we've been working together she's again gone to her first affiliated shows, started just by jumping the clear round and has progressed into jumping British Novice, and this is the point that we're at right now. Today with Angie, the last time we were out competing, she didn't have the best of rounds and she has been getting a little frustrated with the odd one down. I would like to encourage her not to worry so much about the odd one down and actually linking her courses together, her fences together more consistently, rhythmically, and feeling confident in herself, feeling that she's doing the right thing. Okay, Angie, if we make a little start.
Yeah.
It's a new environment for him, obviously quite exciting.
Yeah.
Have you settled a little bit?
A little, is getting there.
You're getting there, good girl. Just saw you having a trot around the arena.
Yep.
What I'd like us to do just for a couple of minutes is actually continue your warm-up work. All right, have another couple of minutes trotting on both reins, have a canter on both reins, just really find your comfort zone within this arena.
Okay.
Angie, then we can have a little look at what we've got today as well.
Okay.
You probably see on the far side there's a couple of poles next to each other.
Yep.
All right, you can happily ride in between them. We're going to be using them to look at straightness. All right, so that's absolutely no problem. You can ride in between them if you'd like to. All right, don't worry about trying to do anything else. I'd like to share goals between you and I, see where we're at, see what we'd like to be progressing towards. So I'm just going to give you a couple of minutes, try not to say too much and just allow you to settle while I observe a bit.
Okay.
Okay?
Yep.
Do use the whole of the arena if you feel like you can.
Okay.
Plenty of space in here, isn't there?
Yep.
Angie, just while you're carrying on in your work, I want you to think about, for me, so you can tell me what you think his strengths are. All right? You don't have to tell me straight away. Maybe show me some of his strengths. What are you thinking, Angie? What do you think he's good at?
He's usually quite unflappable.
He's quite unflappable.
Usually, but
Okay.
today he's quite
Good. Well, yeah,
a
he's
little
quite,
bit
he's
flap
quite
for the children.
excited to be here today, isn't he? Good. Anything else that in his work that he's good at?
He's good at keeping a rhythm usually.
Brilliant. Could we see a little bit of that in your canter? Just purely concentrate on your rhythm. Working around the arena, use the space you've got, and just think about that rhythm.
Steady. Come on. Oh,
That wasn't quite the rhythm you were expecting, was it?
that's why I said usually.
So that's why I've put the poles there, Angie, so you concentrate on riding a line. Okay, so can we see you continue in the rhythm on the left rein in canter? So rather than stopping and thinking about a little spook, you pick it up and carry on. All right, come on. Let's see some work. Literally just wanted to spend 2 minutes in canter, use both reins and be able to feel a rhythm, be able to ride a straight line, be able to ride round a corner. Simple as that. Nothing more. Which is probably a fairly tall order right now for you.
Yes, it is.
Think of it as being simple. So ride nice and straight there. That's more like it. Well done. Just keep yourself off of the edge of the arena if you can, so it doesn't drift. Well done you. Simply change your rein, Angie. Good effort. Well done.
Steady. Steady. Ooh.
Good girl. Well ridden. All right. Shall we take a little breather again? Good job.
Good boy.
So we've settled in a little more now.
Little bit, yeah.
Angie, if you could just come down here for me, that would be wonderful. Just observing you today, yes, rhythm is a strength and we need to continue to work on that. Are there any particular goals that you want to get out of today's session? If you can just keep walking around me, that would be wonderful rather than standing here.
Sorry, yeah.
What are you thinking about for today, Angie?
I want to improve my ring craft, if you like.
Your ring craft, yeah,
Yeah.
so linking things.
Yeah.
Yeah, absolutely, I'd be with you on that one.
Corners, coming in off the corner.
Yeah,
And really, to be confident,
how do you get confident?
just by keep practicing and practicing well and then perfecting it, and then you're confident.
So there's that old phrase, practice makes perfect.
Perfect practice makes perfect.
Hey?
Isn't it perfect practice?
Perfect practice makes perfect. Yeah, that's the thing, isn't it? Well done you. So it's about repeating things that are good. So building on strengths. Yeah, and as you say, from there you can gain confidence. My feeling also with confidence is that you gain confidence from knowledge.
Yeah.
So understanding why you need X hit at Y point and how that affects your horse and how that then improves your performance. So would you say that's something for you as well?
Definitely, yeah.
Yeah, okay. Just actually, Angie, before we set off again, couple of equipment things. Now, watching you warm up, I'm thinking, why doesn't she wear a martingale? Is there a reason?
I don't normally need one. Doesn't normally need
Doesn't
one.
normally
but
need
I've
one.
been
Just
having-
looks today like he's a little bit
he's
above
very-
the bridle,
yeah,
yeah?
he is.
And you'd probably feel a little better if you had an extra up even,
I
wouldn't
know,
you?
yeah.
But so maybe just keep him walking. At some point, have you ever ridden him in a running martingale?
No, I just haven't needed one, but he's very wired today.
Okay, so to be honest, he's how I'd expect a horse to be at a competition today. So it may be worth just trying him in a running martingale at some point, just to see how it works for him, if he really bugs him, or whether it's actually quite a nice little extra for you.
I don't think he'd mind it. He's not the sort of horse to mind a lot of things.
Yeah, it might be worth a try. I think it's for jumping. It's a very common, helpful tool. The other thing I want you to just think on are your spurs.
Yep.
Now you've got those little rolly spurs. They're great. Your boots have got slots for your spurs to go into. Just make sure they are where they should be.
Okay.
I thought one spur was a little higher than the other. All right, I think that one's higher than it should be.
Okay.
So it can go down in between the plastic slots in your boots. So we don't want our spurs pointing up. They need to really be horizontal.
Okay.
You may need to adjust them on the strap slightly. Don't worry about it now. But just so that they are sitting in that nice position, so when you put your leg on, they work. When you don't want them, they're not on. One other thing, which isn't going to affect him, because how old is he again?
7.
He's 7, okay.